let's get right into the action here. And Dreamscape Chris, thank you so much for that follow. So many people coming in at the right time now, y'all.
Hitting up top 4. We're closing in on crowning a champion for this event. We do have Win-Win once again on the Mega Box up against Elodie's Dragapult that we just saw in top 8. And we'll have to see, is Win patient enough, and can he set up before Elodie's item lock comes into effect?
Miguel, I'm ready over here.
Those are the questions we're looking for. We see a little bit of Win's hand. I got what looks to be a Mega Absol and a Mist Energy. Good evening yourself, the boss Albie.
Welcome in, Albie. Coming in at the right time, right when all the action is culminating to us crowning a champ and somebody getting a cool playmat and a lot of store credit. So, Elodie starting us off here. She has gone first.
Every game that she's been on stream.
Oh, my goodness.
Every single game.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
And 3 out of 4 of them now has opened with a Buddy Buddy Poffin.
Pretty good. Actually, that's an insane conversion rate, if I say so myself. Opening the Duskull 2, not what we want to see in the active, but getting it in play early. Let's do it. Bus Manko, what's up, Mark?
Yeah, and this matchup in particular, opening the Duskull is pretty bad because Win does play that Psyduck, rendering the entire Dusknoir line essentially useless until it is removed from the field.
What a goofy card. This card literally just should have been printed as this makes Dusknoir not work. But,
I mean, theoretically, it shuts off Magneton too, but people don't really play Magneton.
Yeah, right, sorry. Can't leave out the, the lower than B tier cards, guys. Can't leave those out because they could just pop up randomly.
There's that Psyduck. We know it's not prized. And the Arven, importantly found off of the Pokegear. Is Win's pink card prized? Is the Precious Trolley in the deck? Wait, is he? He is playing Precious Trolley, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yup, it's there.
There it is.
It is there.
Does he have a Turbo Energize to go with it? This looks like it's going to be a banger of a turn for Win-Win. We're going to get the Psyduck out. We're going to get all the Pokemon out, the Monkey Dories. You name it, it's hitting the field, and he's going to be setting up very cleanly this turn.
We got an insane top 4 ahead of us, y'all. Not much just getting off of work soon, saving lives today. Yo, that's awesome to hear, man. That's great to hear. I'm glad you get to chill now and watch some Pokemon. Win's my goat. He's a lot of people's goats, I would imagine. Shout out Win. Make sure y'all follow his YouTube channel, Royalist TCG.
And while you're here, if you haven't already, make sure you follow Versus Games here on Twitch.
That too. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks everybody. It's been a great show so far. We're on hour 5 right now. Pretty standard for an event like this typically. We got our Swiss rounds. We had 5 rounds of Swiss today. And now just down to the final 4 players. And notably, one of them is my roommate. Giannis is on the other side of top 4 right now, guys. Playing in a Pult Mirror. I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to lose, but that's fine. Table or T1 trolling, Tier 1 trolling. I think that's what that was, Tier 1. But
yeah, not sure how to interpret it.
Yeah, neither do I, but that's fine. Oh my God, look.
That's a trolley for you.
Did you just play Hoopa EX?
Basically.
Yeah.
More or less, that's what Precious Trolley allows you to do. In the retreat into the Mega Kangaskhan, because it is active, it can utilize that Run Errand ability, drawing 2 cards, has an energy to go onto it, has the Turbo Energize. We're going to see some Dark Energy hit the bench.
Potentially roommate could be on stream. Giannis has to win his game that he's in right now.
So just to recap for people, because Chad is asking, we did have in top 8, we had Grimmsnarl, Mega Box, Pult Noir, Charizard, Pult Noir, Charizard. And now in our top 4, we have a Charizard Mirror on the other side of top 4, and then these 2 decks, the Mega Box versus the Dragapult. And pretty dang near perfect turn for Win-Win coming out of this.
Yeah, this turn here is definitely going to be a YouTube short on his channel. Watch this amazing first turn with Mega Box. I can see it right now. That's going to be the title, clickbaity thumbnail, and everything. Is that Royal Illest? That is Royal Illest, indeed, yes. He's the illest of the Royals. But what else is going to be ill here is this crackback turn from Ellie. We're seeing this Ultra Ball come down, getting rid of a rare candy, one of our prized resources, but we do pack 4 of those in the list at the moment. And then second, ooh, a Clops, okay.
And Dusclops going down is not too surprising when you know that you can no longer blow it up. Like I said, the Duskull being active means that Elodie is either going to have to commit an energy to it or going to have to utilize one of the precious bench spaces to put the Latias EX into play to allow that Duskull to move.
I do agree. Duskull is pretty trapped at the moment. Its retreat cost is 1, I would imagine?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Nice, easy, easily achievable,
Yeah.
but energy is a precious resource in this Dragapult deck. Elodie is only playing 6 energy cards, including that Neo Upper energy. But does pack the Latias EX, is able to move her basic Pokemon freely as long as it is in play. But there's also a trap in that. If the Latias comes into play, Win has the opportunity to penny up one of his Pokemon. If he's behind in prizes, he can then counter catcher the Latias and clutch trap it with Yveltal. So it's kind of a, damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
So what would you go for in a turn like this? Like, is this something where we kind of want to take another turn to chill, maybe end this on a Badoo or something?
Yeah, I think you really just want to set up Dracloaks here. I'm really surprised that Dracloak was not the grab off of that, because with the setup that Win has right now, there's a chance that he could do some kind of energy switch play, because it looks like what Elodie is attempting to do is set up a turn where the Dragapult is up and swinging, so it can hopefully, with the help of that Halucha, actually take the Psyduck out on the bench. But even accomplishing that means that there's the potential for a crackback with something on Wind's side of the board. You could just see a countercatcher on the Latias or the Duskull, and a Claw of Darkness from the Absol could be pretty devastating. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to set up for the terminal period going into this specific turn. Just at some point, the threat of the Monkey Dory plus the Absol means that Dragapults can be cleanly wiped out. And no Dracloak being established means that the resources that Elodie has to work with are only the ones that are in her hand currently. And those are thinning.
Yeah, specifically
as
down
every
to 2
card
cards
gets played.
Right now, yeah. So punching out the Halucha, it's going to come in and deal some damage on entry. And what's this final card in hand going to be?
Very good question. And the other question is it worth playing?
I would just bluff and say it's a Sycamore. That's what I'm doing. Yep, it's Sycamore. I own it out of my hand. Yep.
And Elodie trying to rush things here, trying to get the Psyduck out of play, like I said, trying to establish a bunch of damage on board before Win has the ability to establish all of the dark energy necessary on his Monkey Dories. But we do see the E-Switch and Dark in hand, which means this Dragapult will get knocked out this turn.
Ooh,
just how does he want to go about it?
Exactly.
And with the Night Stretcher, that means the Psyduck is also back in play. This is going to be a devastating turn for Win, and I would not be surprised to see Elodie scoop things up for game 2. Because we'll see the Adrenabrain move 3 counters, the Energy Switch to the other Monkey Dory allows the second Adrenabrain to move 3 counters, and with 6 counters on that active Dragapult, Terminal Period is able to cleanly knock it out.
So here we go. First 30 being moved. First Adrenabrain activation. E-Switch going to move that darkness to the Monkey Dory, just like Aaron was mentioning a second ago. And there's that third. So now we're up to 6.
It's a 2-win. You can do it. There we go.
And now, how much retreats on the Kangaskhan?
0, because that Latias EX is on the bench with Skylander, and Win still has Run Errand to draw 2, and now Lily's Determination to draw 8 more cards.
10 cards.
He did all of the power. This is the power of the Mega Kangaskhan, just giving you so many resources in hand before the supporter for the turn was played or any additional draw abilities were utilized. Win was able to pull off this big multi-card combo, and now we'll have access to 10 more cards before he retreats and takes a 2-prize KO and wipes all the energy off of Elodie's board.
Here's B-Charm coming down, making that Absol a little more beefy. This is just absolutely insane to me that you don't have to evolve into Mega Kangaskhan. This thing is just a flying object that says draw 2 cards every turn. This is so crazy. And there is a knockout from that Mega Absol attack. Terminal what?
Terminal Period.
Terminal Period. Wow, that is absolutely insane. Just 6 counters and you get knocked out. See ya, bud. That's nuts. So, cracking back over to Elodie's side, this is looking pretty bleak.
Yeah, I mean, the Halucha's already been utilized. Dusknoir is once again neutralized thanks to Psyduck, and I don't think Elodie has a supporter.
Probably just waiting to see does
Itchy Pollen for 2.
Yeah. Will Huyn come back and take a KO on this Dreepy that's benched? And if so, then we'll probably scoop it up and go to game 2. See a little bit more of the game first, right? If we don't know what's in our opponent's list.
We're going to move 3 counters. Maybe only 2. Maybe he wants to clean the Absol off. We're going to move 3 off the Kangaskhan, KO the Badoo. See what gets promoted.
Skull gets promoted. Another Bravery coming down. We're just playing cards at this point.
And he's got the boss on the Dreepy. I think we just see game 2 from this point. Because Wynn's also able to attach an energy. Look at the hand. Rip the last card out of it. And I mean, maybe the reason Elodie's not scooping is because she knows, I've got enough time. We can still play multiple games. And there we go. The fist bump heading in to game 2.
Check to see if it was like a research or something, right? Give yourself all the... See it all first. See it all first.
I think to an extent, I liked Elodie's line into the game, trying to be as aggressive as possible, get the Psyduck out of play before it becomes impossible to remove with a mist energy attached to it. But it just didn't work out. Win having all of the resources necessary to clap back and KO the Dragapult with that Absol. I mean, with no dark energy attached to any Monkey Door, he was still able to pull off 2 Adrenabrains and the attack with the Absol. And maybe we just hope Win won't have access to the Precious Trolley this time.
That would be very nice for Elodie indeed. And I would, for myself too, I would love to see this go to a Game 3 once again. We love seeing these action-packed games here on our League Cup streams. It's great. Going into top 4 right now. Game 1 already completed. We got 2 more potentially to go, and then the finals. One of these players will be moving on to the final position to play against a Charizard.
Yep.
Who? We'll see.
We know for sure 2 Charizards on the other side. I think both players admitted that it is a 60-card mirror as well.
One of them admitted too that they haven't been versed really in the mirror. So, but neither has the other player, I think, as well. So it'll be a match of who swings their Charizard harder, and that person will be in finals. And I'm hoping it's Giannis. It'd be kind of funny to see Giannis in grand finals.
Funny?
I think it's I don't know. I think everything that Giannis does is kind of funny.
Fair enough.
Like objectively, most times. And then sometimes it's funny, but like you kind of got to laugh about it away from other people,
For sure. So I know Elodie opted to go first in the matchup in the mirror. I have to imagine in this matchup, Elodie's going to choose to go second. You know that Wynn's deck really relies on that Precious Trolley to set up. If you can Badoo and prevent it from being played, that has to be the move. You don't need to rush your energy into play, really. But we saw the opener already. Elodie has opened with Hawlucha this game. Less than ideal of a starter, for sure. But with 1 mulligan to work with, maybe some magic can happen.
I see a lot of Pokemon in Wynn's hand.
Absolutely.
That is a lot of Pokemon. So starting us off with that Yveltal. Oh my God, he actually just has the PC in his hand right now.
Yeah, who needs a trolley?
Yeah.
I have my basics.
Wynn called up Bill before this game started and said, yo, just empty the PC really quick.
Elodie's got energy attachments. I saw them. Yep, there's the Buddy Poffin already. So some basics on board. Again, Hawlucha, not super great. We'd love to hold on to that in the hand so that we can drop it to hopefully KO the Psyduck while it's in play. And with that not being an option, Psyduck may just end up being out of reach.
This Buddy Poffin, 100% conversion rate throughout Elodie's streamed games so far. I've seen this on turn 1. Love to see it. 2 Dreeps in play already. Ultra Ball coming down. And already... Oh my gosh, I almost said already 3 times in a row. I'm so sorry, chat. There is the pink card in Elodie's hand. Start of the game. Love to see it.
Yeah, will not be missing the energy drop here.
Will not miss
Once
it.
again, discarding the Night Stretcher. Had the option to discard the Psychic. Decided instead to discard the card that could recover the Psychic, which I think is a bit of an interesting choice. But we will see an energy attachment come down. And of everyone's favorite card, Buddy Poffin pre-Lily into Lily. Doesn't get too much better than that. Only thing could have been better would have been what? Second Poffin?
Right, yeah, and just have the whole field ready to go.
Absolutely.
But now, too, we don't have to worry about the insurance of having to deal with Duskull being on the board. Sorry, the liability of Duskull being on the board. Because I would imagine in this matchup that you just trash that card because of the Psyduck.
It's weird. It can get really intricate. You don't want to have it in play until you do, right? So actually having just the Duskull on board is not the end of the world. If you can boss up the Psyduck and KO it, if your opponent is not able to reestablish it, Elodie's list in particular, playing 4 Rare Candy, has the ability to Rare Candy into Dusknoir, which then would provide the reach necessary to KO these giant big basic 3 prizers. But if the Duskull's not in play, obviously that's not an option. But at the same time, again, you don't want to pre-evolve the Duskull while the Psyduck is in play or the threat of the Psyduck is available, because then they get trapped, they get gusted up, and you can't blow them up.
Duskull's heavier too, right? It's a
But Duskull's got one.
sorry,
But yeah, Dusclops and Dusknoir are both.
Yeah.
I think they're both 2.
Okay.
Dusclops might be 3. I know historically he's actually had a higher retreat cost than his evolution, which is interesting.
It's a ghost, but
He's a big ghost.
yeah,
Have
he's
you seen Dusclops?
He's pretty. He's a giant freaking ghost.
He's pretty rotund.
Yeah.
I think
guess-
he's like hiding a tombstone in there or something.
Well, those wraps probably get like heavy too.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
would imagine. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it. I see what you're doing, Pokemon.
He's got feet. Dusknoir does not have feet. That's why he's
That's
lighter.
true. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Pokemon making me question everything all the time.
So win no item cards this turn because of that itchy pollen. Did have the Lily though. Not a ton of help off of it. Maybe slows things down for Elodie by doing a clutch here, putting some damage on the Badoo and preventing that Badoo from moving. So even if Elodie has another big rare candy turn, would not be able to get things going.
And it's so weird seeing an Evital without a Bolivian wing printed on it. But that'd be kind of broken right now, I think.
It would be pretty good. I think this clutch one is arguably pretty dang broken as well.
Yeah. A corner that does damage.
And it's got free retreat.
You love to
and it's
see
got
it.
110 HP. And it only gives up 1 prize. All of those are very good things.
Sounds like Rockruff to me, guys. Y'all remember Rockruff with that corner? Oh my god, set up so many plays. Can you imagine we just have like if we just put Lycanroc GX in this format?
We have it. It's oh my gosh, which Pokemon is it?
When it comes like something that comes into play in gusts?
Yeah, there's 2. There's Hops, Dubwool, and then in this Mega Evolution set there was a Hariyama. They both do that. And both cards see almost no play.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
I mean, to be fair, they're not quite as good as Lycanroc was.
Yeah, because he had D-Rogue as well on Lycanroc, and that attack was pretty sick. But
And at the time, it had more support. Like, it had strong energy. It had other basics that went with it that were pretty good. I mean, if you really, really love Buzzrock, you could build a Hops deck, and you get pretty close to playing the same thing. But it's just not as strong as it was then. Because the cards are essentially the same power level as the Buzzrock cards, but the other cards around them have gotten stronger.
Hate it. Pokemon, just bring it back.
But off the Iona here, we did get to see a Dracloak into play, a Recon Directive, trying to progress the board. I'd like to see this fire energy probably come down on the Dracloak itself, diversify where those energy cards are going, spread the love. Oh, the Psychic would be even better. That way you can save the fire for a later turn.
And Psychic coming down. What is left on this turn? And just
Itchy
else,
pollen.
just itchy.
And another item card. No help whatsoever. And I think the only supporter that Win had in hand was a Penny, which is not doing much for him.
We would have loved to see an energy too, something to progress his board at all. Well, we will see this Badoo go down, but now the gate's open.
Yeah, this is the area where, yeah, gosh, like I mentioned before, a Gust on the Latias would have probably given Win the window he needs to really fully set up, because the item lock would have been released. He would have been able to get everything blowing up on his board. He did get an energy off that prize card, but just we will not see a follow-up or a response KO on a Dragapult if it happens this turn.
Yeah, it's like we did this, but at what cost? Because now,
Exactly.
like,
Now, you've given Elodie access to the Fez.
she's cracking off now.
Elodie still has at least 1 Recon Directive. Wouldn't be surprised to see another Dracloak hit the board here. Once again, drawing so many cards. Top deck, flip the script. Recon is going to see 2 more. Ultra Ball just goes and finds, well, this one will probably be for a Dragapult. But because I think in this position, with Win's board as underdeveloped as it is, you have to pounce and put as much pressure on him as possible.
And 2 supporters down, too. We're getting rid of one of the... oh, wait, it's Brock Scouting. Never mind. Not one of the broken cards.
If all the supporters are in the hand,
Fair enough.
who cares?
Yeah, fair enough. So there is the Pult, the man of the hour.
A little surprised to see the Ultra Ball happen before the Recon Directive, unless Elodie is targeting a non-Pokemon card with that. You figure if the target is a Pokemon, whether it be Dracloak or Dragapult, if you Recon Directive, your odds of seeing that card in the deck are a little bit higher before you play the Ultra Ball, and then you can Ultra Ball for whichever one you miss, unless you specifically are trying to hit both of them. But even in that circumstance, I think it was probably more correct to do the recon first. But we'll have to see what the result is as that recon comes in following the shuffle.
Well, I need to grab a bottle of water. I'm dying. You need a drink?
I got one. I'm good. Thank you, though.
I'll be right back. Sorry, chat.
And there is that recon. We saw 2 purple Pokemon. I'm assuming the grab there was the Duskull. And yep, there it is on the far right of the hand. We have the Duskull. He's going to hit the bench. Like I mentioned at the top of this game in particular, Duskull itself is not a liability. Its evolutions are the problem as the game progresses. Now, Wynn can do some kind of fancy things and force the evolutions into play by clutch trapping a Duskull, so in that way, maybe the Duskull itself is a liability. But at this point, the Latias, the Pheasantipity, all these other cards are on the board, are already kind of in the same position as the Duskull. We see the evolution to the Dragapult. In trying to decide where do we progress from here. Countercatcher on the Latias does not want to take a KO, does not want to give Wynn access to Pheasantipity, assuming that he would have it this turn. And then a Lily into 8 more cards. Very powerful. So these Stage 2 decks that like to play from behind absolutely love the fact that they can typically play at least 2 Lily per game for 8 cards. And Dragapult, one of the few decks, because it utilizes that Dusknoir line, is able to actually mitigate the advantage of Lily for other Stage 2 decks, or in the case of Wynn's deck, also plays a few Lily itself. So just being able to blow up a Dusknoir and make it so your opponent's Lilies are slightly less impactful, definitely a strong combo.
All right, doesn't look like I missed too much here either. Next recon directive coming out. Big decision here because we got 2. It looked like 2 supporters. I saw one looked like lilies to me, and if that was me grabbing these 2 cards, I'm just grabbing the lily all day. Or I think that was Pidgey actually.
No, there's no Pidgey in the deck.
No, okay, never mind. It looked the same.
Lily and Pidgey look the same?
Well, the color on the card.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the colorless like off white onto
I hear
the
you.
yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard
Oh,
time.
I know, it's fine. But I had to explain myself for the chat. So now, Dragapult in the active, 2 play Pokemon energies on them. Not my favorite ones. I prefer the ones based off of the Call of Legends time.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love those. Like with the Pokemon silhouettes in the background.
Yeah, they should really bring that back.
I wish they
Do
would.
some upgraded Scarlet and Violet ones, like put Miraidon on the fighting
Yeah,
energy,
right?
or Miraidon goes on the lightning, Koraidon on the fighting. Put a Dragapult on a psychic energy.
That would be sick. Honestly, I think I would want Iron Hands on the lightning energy. He's just so cool.
That actually would be a really good
He
pick
is
for
such
lightning.
a cool Pokemon.
You're right. Now we know Wynn does have a penny in hand, so the 200 damage on the Absol doesn't necessarily get to stick around, but he also wants to gust one of these Latias if he possibly can. A lot of decisions to make here. Has access to his item cards finally. And he's got a whole bunch of them in hand. He's got a Nest Ball. He's got an Earthen Vessel. I believe he's got a few other cards that he could work with as well. And just has to piece through what is the correct way to handle all of these resources now that they are online again.
Well, I feel like it's safe to just slam Nest Ball, right? Because, we're...
Absolutely.
That's a guarantee.
Absolutely.
And then we get the information we want. But attaching the energy first, we're committing on. We do want to use this Adrenabrain, especially to move some of these damage counters off here. So I'm seeing... So you were saying Penny would probably be a good supporter for this turn, but also Gus at the same time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
he wants to do both of these things. Can only do one of them
Can
right
only
now
do one.
because he's actually up in prize cards.
Or can he? Does he
So
have
no-
custom? Or does
No
he have
countercatcher.
No?
Well, he's got countercatcher, but he's winning the game right now,
Oh,
so
sorry.
he technically cannot.
My brain, guys. It's that top 4 brain.
I like the grab of the Psyduck if you can get a Mist energy on it. Without the Mist, the card becomes less impactful. The grab of the Kangaskhan is also pretty good. If we penny this Absol now, we can promote Kangaskhan and draw 2 more cards. Could re-bench the Absol. Yeah, pre-committing the Monkey Dory is a little interesting. If you're going to penny the Absol out of play, promote Kangaskhan and draw 2, I think you would like to see what those 2 cards are before you attach your energy for turn. But maybe Wynn has other plans.
Just moving it over. And where is our supporter? So second Monkey Dory about to hit the bench here.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go, the penny. So wiping all that damage off. Getting our fresh 2 cards.
See,
If
and with
only,
with the TM Turbo Energize, I really feel like if we had just held off on the energy attachment, technically could still do it if he wants to go ahead and throw the energy switch onto the table. Also benched the wrong Absol. Just gave Elodie the information that he has another Absol in hand.
Oh, goodness. That's true.
Doesn't really matter.
He just wanted to show off the cool artwork.
Yeah, for sure. I love that one. Have you seen the illustration rare for it?
No.
I got
Oh, you got one here?
Yeah, I do. Was lucky enough, opened a box, happened to get one in it.
Holy.
It's a good looking card.
Dude, this is crazy. Just on top of a building? That's sick.
And they actually finally started to get the texture right on these things too.
Oh, wow.
They're really pretty.
Dang. Pokemon cards are crazy now.
Pokemon cards
chat.
are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. There's that Energize.
So we did see the E-Switch, allowing the Energize to be used, and we're going to go see some energy grabbed and put onto the bench. And there we go, the 2 Darks onto the Absol. And just like that, wins back into a decent board position. Now, Elodie's also in a much better board position than she was the first time. Has energies on board, has a Dracloak, potentially a backup Dragapult in play. The bench composition's a little unfortunate with the... I dislike that candy a lot, actually. I mean, there's no Psyduck. Oh, never mind. No, there's no Psyduck on board. It's a really good candy. W candy. Should use the Curse
Instinct
Bomb right
candy.
now. So Curse Bomb plus Dragapult will allow for a KO on the Mega Kangaskhan. The big thing would be the counter catcher on the Absol plus the Dusknoir. Gets those energies out of play and removes the threat from the field.
There's a big boom.
I thought for sure. I just assumed that Win always has Psyduck on board.
Yeah, he didn't go for it last turn. Very crazy.
Didn't have a chance to. Had
Oh,
to get
true, true,
had to
true,
get the Kangaskhan. Had to get the stuff in play. And again, so I think this is Elodie's 3rd Lily this game. Still has not taken a prize card yet. So once again, Lily for 8 more cards.
And how much HP's on the Absol again?
280.
280. My goodness.
It's big, but it's
Big.
not big enough.
Yep.
And that's why this deck is forced to end up playing the Psyduck, because otherwise this is what can happen.
Yeah, this is destructive. So now, wow.
And with the
Eight
energy
cards.
switch already utilized as well.
Ooh,
Win-
we said the Neo Upper too.
Win only playing 1 copy of that energy switch in the deck means that there is no possibility of an Absol coming into play and attacking this turn. And we may just be getting closer to Win scooping things up and going to a game 3.
So there's that Recon.
We'll have to see. Clutch could still really close things out for him.
Yeah, 100%.
If we can clutch lock the Latias for long enough, that puts Win down to 2, and then just a Terminal Period or a Blood Moon Ursaluna would seal the deal on a Dragapult or the Pheasantipity as well. So he's not totally out of it yet. Big things he needs to target here are getting that Latias trapped if possible, and getting Psyduck into play.
And we see Duskull re-entering the fray here, getting ready for another big bomb later on. Telling Hwyn, if you don't get that Psyduck out now, this will be a Game 3 situation. So lots to unpack here on Hwyn's side.
Elodie trying to puzzle out, where do these damage counters need to go? Where are they most effectively placed?
How much time left in the round? There's 47 minutes left in the round. You can see it on the top right of the screen. It might be a little bit smaller if you're on mobile or something, but there is 47 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock.
And my mistake, the Yveltal was within range to where it was also knocked out, thanks to having 5 counters on it to begin with. For some reason in my head, even though I just told you it had 110, I thought it had 120 or 130.
So lots of prizes taken that turn. A big so now Pecharunt EX coming into play too.
Yeah, this deck plays multiple ways to create mobility, and this is a situation where, again, if we now get the counter catcher on the Latias, get the Latias, please take the Latias.
No problem, Chris. We got you.
I guess maybe Wynn's hold up here is he doesn't know whether or not Elodie plays Turo, but I think in this position he has to just go for this play. So what he's setting up here is being able to Iono Elodie to a low hand size. He can use Subjugating Chains on the Pecharunt to move the Yveltal to the active, which poisons it, and then while he is clutch locking the Latias in the active spot, he also is building up damage on his Yveltal thanks to poison that he can then move over with the Monkey Dory.
So it's almost like we're getting 2 attacks in here. If you
Essentially.
think about it, chat.
Yep, more or less. But instead chose to fill his board, does not have the Psyduck now. Lively Stadium's a really good pickup, makes it so even if Elodie's able to get a Dusknoir into play, the Yveltal cannot be KO'd by Curse Blast, thanks to its plus 30 HP. However, now that it's been poisoned by the Pecharunt, it is technically in range of being KO'd by the Dusknoir, just barely.
There's that nice little poison counter letting us know. You never see these things come out that often. Alrighty. Jamming
The
Tower
immediate counter Stadium.
bumps that out.
But with only 2 more cards to work with, plus this Recon Directive, I don't think Elodie's going to have it. Never mind.
Nope.
Always have the Lily.
Always have the Lily. It is glued to the hand.
It's like a Iono to 1 or N to 1 into the Sycamore, like you mentioned.
Yep.
Basically the same
literally.
thing. Now,
like-
Lily, a little, I think a research would be a little bit more impactful when you've only got 1 other card in your hand, but we'll settle for this, for the strength that
Yeah.
Lily provides throughout the rest of the game.
Oh no, I only get 6 cards. It's so crazy.
And with the Recon, you still get to see the 8 total.
True.
It's like playing a Lily with 6 prizes.
I love it. This game is so broken now.
It can be. But I think the interesting thing, so we've seen this Mega Box on stream. This is the 3rd time now, and we've seen, I think, 3 different matchups against it, and it hasn't played the same way against any of them,
True.
which is, a really cool aspect of it. It really, truly, when you use the word box a lot of times, it just means the deck has different attackers. But this deck truly gets to play differently depending on what matchup you're up against.
This feels like a Hunter Butler deck to me.
I'm sure he would love it.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's too meta for him to consider it.
It is
because,
now.
Yeah.
It is now.
It's no longer a Hunter Butler rogue deck. This is cool, though. So fresh hand to 6 here. Is there really any way for this Latias to
Nope.
untrap itself? Nope, it's
cannot.
just chilling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looking at Elodie's list, there is no Professor Turo scenario. There, like I said, there's no Monkey Dory. There's no way to move it. And so Elodie is praying that she can find a way to get a Dusknoir involved and blow up the Yveltal and hope that Wynn misses a turn of Clutch Lock. And if he doesn't, this game will end. Wynn will be able to move counters over to KO the Latias, plus KO whatever other Pokemon comes up. If he can get the other Monkey Dory established, he can Terminal Period and EX, or he can move 6 counters over and KO the Duskull and then, Claw of Darkness KO something as well. And I think things are slowly just going to slip out of reach.
So there's that Pokegear. And we see another boss coming into the hand.
Not an ideal supporter, but
Yeah, not now.
thins the deck, though.
Yep. Gets us closer to the good ones. Gets us 1 card closer to the good ones. Presenting that deck for the cut here. Still have a lot of gas in the tank, though, on Wynn's side, I would say. Oh, big bear in the hand, too. Love to see it.
Yep. So like I said, at some point, that bear, potentially, we could see a situation where this Latias gets clutched until it is able to be KO'd by poison, or by moving counters over with Adrenabrain, and then you just boss up the Fez and KO it.
Depending on which energy attachment here, too. Looking at putting it onto the Absol. Do we not want to just put it on Monkey and keep going?
It depends. I mean, energy is a relatively limited resource here. Right now, you're only generating enough damage in play to utilize 1 Monkey Dory per turn anyway. So you're not in a huge rush to get that second one in play. I like putting the energy on the Pecharunt with its irritating outburst attack. Does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent's taken. So since Elodie has taken 4 prize cards, that's 240. Just as much damage as what a Blood Moon would do.
Yeah, holy crap. We have 2 Blood Moons in the deck, basically.
Able to KO this Pheasantipity with the boss that's already in hand. So at the moment, it's just a countdown until Wynn wins this game. So it's all going to depend on whether or not Elodie is able to get that Dusknoir into play to KO the Yveltal and hope that it cannot return.
Oh, and Psyduck isn't even an option right now either.
Yep,
because
no
the bench is
Psyduck.
full.
Exactly. Yeah, Wynn would have to do something like find a penny and remove the second Monkey Dory or the Kangaskhan from play and then put the Psyduck down. I mean, I think he's got the trolley in hand, so he'd be able to do that. But we've already utilized 1 penny, I believe. It's only playing 2 copies of it. No pal pad, no way to return them to the deck. And Elodie's Hilda, in fact, does find the Dusclops 1 step closer to that Dusknoir.
Dusclops and well, that's the rainbow energy of choice right now too. That's in the format.
Yeah, luminous energy, as long as you do not have another special energy. I mean, it's a reprint of multi-energy.
Okay.
As long as you don't have a secondary special energy attached, it provides one of every type. Not super useful here. Again, Elodie only plays 6 energy cards total and already has 4 of them on the table.
Ooh, that's another thing that's scary too. Wow, Hwyn actually just making this deck transform into a stall deck now. Get all your resources on the board, and I will just make sure they cannot come forward. So, Clop's in play. We still have Neo Upper in the hand too, so we can launch an attack at any moment if the opportunity does present itself. Even if there was none, these 4 energies were not in play. So,
Right.
still plays. Still plays.
One thing I would actually like to see from Win here, yeah, he didn't do this last turn, but you can freely retreat to the Kangaskhan and use Run Aaron to draw 2, and then you can Subjugating Chains to move the Yveltal right back to the active spot. So you just get a free +2 every single turn. I think he actually skipped out on it last turn.
Oh, he did.
Maybe
Yeah,
a
100%.
small misstep, but should not impact him too terribly as the game continues.
And I would imagine, yeah, ability again.
Yep, Yveltal comes up and poisoned. Just need to go ahead and move those counters over with the Adrenabrain and probably say clutch again. Missed on Kangaskhan works. Kangaskhan's attack is serviceable enough to also KO the Pheasantipity, and with those extra mist energies hanging out, you might as well attach them somewhere.
Moving 2 more off onto the Latias here. And then clutch again. 120. Sorry, 140 now, my bad.
140 total. And we are just 2 more clutches away from being able to win the game.
Take that poison tick.
And so Elodie's hope here now is to actually, knowing that Win has the boss in hand, is going to have to Iono at some point to get it out of his hand, or he will just straight up win the game.
And we already see a supporter coming down that's not Iono.
Yep. And we know the Dusknoir is in the discard pile, so we need a Night Stretcher to recover it. Very, very precarious situation. I believe 1 Night Stretcher was already discarded or played earlier as well, meaning that there's only 1 of those remaining as an available resource. Very intricate board position. The deck has got to be getting thin on Elodie's side. Chose to evolve that Dracloak into a Dragapult, so no longer has access to Recon Directive.
And then out of this entire book of a hand, is there even a Night Stretcher available at the moment too? Is there a Dusknoir in the discard pile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a Curse Blast was used earlier to
Wow,
KO
just
that
a
Mega
pass.
Absol. And yeah, another pass.
Just a pass.
Win gets to retreat, draw 2 more. It's kind of just a rinse and repeat at this point. Got another boss's orders for his trouble. This bravery charm is going to be really big.
Oh,
This will
yeah.
actually make it so the Yveltal cannot be KO'd by Dusknoir, even with the poison. Well, first we'd have to bump that jamming tower, but
Well, that's okay. He definitely has a counter in hand. Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. We've seen 1. He knows that he could attach this. Does it do anything? Not really. But we'll likely choose to attach it anyway. Yeah, I would love to see it on the Yveltal specifically. Putting it on the Petron doesn't really do a ton.
Maybe telegraphing to us that I don't have the counter stadium, so might as well put it somewhere. But, I mean, if that was the case too, I would still just rather put it on the, I guess, like the objectively correct target.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then again, Subjugating Chains will promote the Yveltal. We should see the Adrenabrain happen here. Moving the counters over. So the Latias, again, is at 140 right now. Clutch will put it up to 160. This puts it up now to 180 following the clutch. And we are inching a little bit closer. And actually, yeah, that Adrenabrain might have been a mistake.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. Did I do the math wrong on it? Was it 140, 180? No, I'm sorry. It's at 200. The Yveltal needs to be at 10, but because Latias has 210 HP, it'll get knocked out right here with the Adrenabrain. Adrenabrain will move a counter over, KO the Latias. Fez will get bossed up, and the game will end.
So...
We get an attachment to Kangaskhan,
Okay.
move a counter over, KO the Latias, retreat to Kangaskhan, which does 200 base damage, which will KO that Pheasantipity that has 2 counters on it.
Boss Fez. Bring it up, and that is it.
And that was a scary thing of just being forced to put the Latias into play with no way to move it.
Wow, that I was clenching that whole time. I'm sure Huyn was. That was a crazy, crazy game, bringing it back from the brink. Insane.